Cordae, the moment has arrived. We've been waiting for this finally from a bird's eye view. Yes. How did the title come about? Let's start there.
Okay. It's good to see you and talk to you again. I feel like it's so overdue.
Yes.
Two, from a bird's eye view came about the title because it's basically like me giving you things I've experienced, things I've witnessed, things I've gone through, I've seen. And I'm taking you into this world and giving you all of these parables from a bird's eye view. And the second meaning behind it is to just see things from a zoomed out lens, see things from a wider lens, from a broader perspective. Because as human beings, we all tend to have a little bit of main character syndrome, you like myself included. But it's important in life to just see things from a more wider lens, you know?
How's that been going for you? Do you feel like that's been doing well for you in life in general?
It's still a work in progress. I'm not going to just sit here and act like I'm like perfect. You know, I'm still figuring this whole thing we call life out. But I'm taking it a day at a time, and I'm trying this incremental improvement. That's what I'm on right now. Just incremental steps to improvement.
For sure. How was performing on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon? I saw you post about it. You were excited. I was excited for you. We're all excited. How was that experience? By the way, I love you with a live band, but yes, go on.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, a band is the only way I like to perform live. Like when I hit this tour, that I'm bringing a live band with me, but I say all that to say, dun, 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 like Jimmy Fallon, it was dope because like, you know, this is my second time doing it, and it was really dope talking to him, like sitting on the couch. It felt like real, like daytime, not day because it's nighttime television. It felt like real big, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
But the performance, I had a very good time performing.
Were you nervous at all?
Nah, I do this. You know, I do this. I love performing. That's like man, my word of the week of the year is just gratitude, man. Like I make music for a living. I get to perform live for a living. You know, like I'm eternally grateful, like forever. So I got gratitude for things I've gone through. I got gratitude for where I am presently, and I got gratitude for the things to come. You know, so I'm in the clouds right now for sure.
Has there ever been a moment before you performed and I don't know, something embarrassing happened, something that you weren't expecting, and you're just like, this can't be happening right now at this moment?
Oh, you know what? Right? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. So this is a funny story. It's the day my last album dropped, The Lost Boy, and I had a double XL freshman show like the same day. And mind you, know, this is like my first album, you know,
right?
And so I'm nervous, and I gotta hit the stage like so. It's you know 12 p.m. Eastern, 12 a.m. Eastern is like 9 p.m. Western, and I had to get on stage at like 9:10 or something like that. So my album came out. And I literally puked. Like that was just the feeling that I had. I puked like right before I got on stage because the album came out. I was like, oh my goodness, it's out. And I literally puked, you know. And I had to just drink some water real quick, take damn probiotic and get on that stage and keep it moving.
Oh.
It'd be times on stage where I'll be having to take a shit. Like I'm like, oh God, don't let me myself on this stage, boy, for real. But I haven't done that quite yet. Hopefully I can go my whole career without shitting myself on stage. I'm gonna go as long as possible.
I hope so. It happens at the worst time every time. You're just like, really?
Man, for real. It's like that hot tea went straight through me. Like, Lord, my bad. That sound nasty. I hate when people talk about and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just speaking my truth. That's all.
That's it. That's all we're trying to do. Did you ever find the GOAT in your post? Did you guys ever find the GOAT, you and John Cena?
Man, I don't even know who you talking about. I was just talking to a floating suit. That's it. I was just talking about a floating suit.
That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know what, man? When I see like other artists, you know, us as artists, we kind of got this like, we got to be cool and we can't be, you know, fanned out. And maybe it's just ego, a chip on our shoulders or whatever. But, you know, just, you know, I don't really ask for pictures when I meet people 9 times out of 10. But like, I was like, yo, dog, that's John Cena, bro. Like, nah, I need to say what's up to bro and just talk to him real quick. So that was really fun.
You know, and you don't even really post pictures with other people in general, but I did see that you posted a picture of you and legendary comedian Bob Saget, rest in peace. And, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
that was definite. I mean, we're all still in shock about this. How was your interaction with him?
I met him only a couple times, like briefly, through Dave Chappelle. I got to meet him and have a couple of conversations with him. You know, Dave Chappelle's like a big bro mentor of mine. And I was actually in Ohio because I would go to Ohio where, you know, Dave stays at because he kind of lives in like the country. So whenever I want to get away from like, phone, social media, just, life and, things within the entertainment space, I kind of just, it's like a sanctuary for me. And Bob Saget happened to be there around the same time. And I got to have a couple of like cool conversations with him. You know, I don't want to like over exaggerate the relationship. Like I was like super close with him, but I did have to have, I did get a chance, an opportunity to talk with him for a little bit. He's a super cool, nice guy, man. So sweet. Like I didn't realize his comedy was so like vulgar though, or like so crazy, because when you think of Bob Saget, obviously you think of, him being the nice dad, Danny Tanner on Full House. And this is what he is to me. I was born in 97, excuse me. So this is what I see him as. But when I seen him do his actual stand-up, it's like extra vulgar, like super dark humor, So it was tight. It was tight to see that.
Yeah. And I'm sure it was a, great experience. And it's a reminder of how just life is precious, it's fragile, and it's about being in the moment and doing what you want to do, which is why I'm really happy to see you, and I'm happy for this album because I know how hard you've been working on it. I mean, the back and forth, the hard work, the obsession behind it. I'm really, really happy. I was looking at some of the features. Eminem's on the album, and I'm assuming, did this connection, let me not assume, how did the connection happen?
With Eminem. He actually, I see him, he did an interview and he was like, yo, I like really rock with Cordae. Like he's one of my favorite like new artists. To summarize what he said, right? He was like, yeah, he's like the dopest, and I'm joking. I don't want to misinterpret his words, but he's basically, giving me a lot of love. The fact that, he knows who I am and likes, the music I put out, that was already enough for me. So blase blah, he reached out to put me on, the Killer remix.
Right.
And I was like, yo, I'm gonna send you something as well. And we got to have a phone conversation. We talked for like an hour and a half, honestly.
No.
For real. We talked on the phone for like an hour and a half. And it was a really dope conversation. We were just talking about hip hop and everything, man. We just talking about hip hop and just all that sort of stuff. And it was a great conversation. And he was like, yo, we got to work too. Like, if you need something. Like, we didn't even talk about music until like the very end. He was like, yo, whatever you need from me, I got you. And if like, you got something music, we definitely got to get in some work. So it was very dope.
Do you feel awkward to ask when someone offers that, right? Do you ever get hesitant to be like, well, I'm gonna take you up on that offer? Or are you just like, well, let me run with it? He did put it out there.
Oh yeah, when he put it out there, like, it's hell yeah, I'm gonna take it. That's Eminem is like the biggest, just in terms of like just pure sales and success. Like Eminem's the biggest rap artist of all time, like straight up. And even more than, sales and success commercially and all these other things, like he's one of my like early influences in music, like those first two albums, man, like every artist that raps with some sort of dexterity or lyricism takes notes from those first two albums, like guaranteed, like easy, and so it's definitely a blessing to have him on there for sure.
I know it's hard to pick.
Matter of fact, I just texted him. I just sent him a voice note. Like, I appreciate you, bro. Like, for real.
Wait, you guys talk like for real, like text message combos?
Not often. Again, I'm never gonna cap the I'm not gonna like make it. I'm not gonna over exaggerate the relationship. But I did send him like a voice note, like just showing my appreciation for sure.
Yeah. Oh no, that's beautiful. I think it's important. Yeah. You know what, Cordae, you've always been not just a great artist with your music, but you're also very grateful person in general. Like you don't take those moments for granted. So I really do believe you when you say that you appreciate those moments. That is, I promise you, I think that's what also shows in who you are, how genuine you are, which is why I think on top of the great music, on top of like the wordplay, all those things matter, but you can also hear your gratitude through your music, so you know, I just want to make sure I pointed that out. Okay, tell me.
Nah, for sure. And I wasn't always like that. That was my bad to interrupt. Like
No.
that was just something I always was grateful and appreciative. But like before the pandemic, I kind of just got caught up in you get on autopilot at a certain point where you just work, you like wake up, record, do a show, do whatever you may gotta do, repeat, and you just become on autopilot. And then the pandemic happened. I just had to sit back and just look on my life and what I've been able to accomplish and what I'm gonna accomplish and do further. I'm like, man, I make music for a living. Like that's my full-time thing. Like, what in the world? I can't, what I look like complaining about anything, you know? So yeah, infinite gratitude.
What's your favorite song on the album?
And this is gonna sound so cliche because I know every artist says this when they drop an album, especially that first week of promo. But literally every single song, I have a specific memory attached to it. I can tell you what real life event inspired that song, what transpired the day I created that song, how we made it and where we made it. You know, like John Michelle, the intro, I made that like at the beginning of the pandemic because I was in this very dark place. And this is when like I said, the pandemic first started. That's why the chords are so dark and that it feels like hopelessness and anguish and all of and unknowingly, because it was the beginning of a global pandemic, you know? So that's the opening lines are so dramatic, like brink of extinction, hell bent on survival, you know, because that's what I was feeling at the time. Today I made that when we was doing an arena tour, and I was like, yo, I need to make some music that just like that feels good in the arena. And that was, I did that accidentally with making Today Chronicles. As soon as I made that record, I was like, yo, this is gonna be special. Like it just felt special. The outro, Westlake High, like that's the high school I went to, and I made that. Me and the homies, we was all shrooms in the studio when we made that beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so every song has a specific like memory attached to it.
How about Sinister?
You know what? That's like the only song that like I wasn't going to put on the album. Funny enough.
Why?
For real. And this is before the Wayne feature. I didn't really think too much of it, the song, to be honest. But one of my homies, my boy Ian, I got to shout him out on that. I was like, because Wayne hit me up and was like, yo, if you need some open verse, I got you. I'm like, it was like months after he said that. It was like 10 months. I'm like, bro, I got to get this Wayne, but I forgot. This nigga Wayne said he got me with the verse. I need to get on that. And I was just going through a bunch of records. And that's the one, I played that for my boy. I was like, yo, you think Wayne will sound dope on this? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, I bet. And I just sent it to him. So before I put Wayne on it, that was like the only song that was like not going to make the album.
Wow.
Yeah, that's funny, right? And it ended up being like the single. So
that's so crazy. Isn't that how it always happens? The video looked fun.
Nah, thank you. Yeah, it was dope, man. For even Wayne to just show up, that was just another moment. Like we was just watching the edits while he was on camera. I'm like, bro, I got a video with Wayne with Weezy, bro. This man made the Carter 3. You know what I'm saying? That's like for real. And I say that to say it was very fun. It was very dope.
Who did you send your album to, and you know they're going to be brutally honest to you? Or do you not even care for anybody's feedback? Or, you know, like what kind of artist are you when it comes to that?
I sent my album to Dave Chappelle. I sent it to Colin. I sent it to Cat. And I know, and boy, those two people within itself is gonna keep it honest. Like they are known for being honest. Although you know better than anybody else, right? But
do you know he was like, he didn't send it to you, so you can't listen to it. He trusts me with it. I was like, Colin, I can listen to it with you. He's like, because you know, he wakes up 4:30, he works out, so he's been listening to it. And I was like, hey, can I listen to it? He's like, he sent it to me. Colin's a very
hey, that's 100. That's 100, but he need that. You gonna get the link right now as soon as we get
okay, because I just want you to know
now.
He doesn't share because
you gonna get it right now.
It's a safe space. He respects the connection.
That's love. That's love. But you gonna get it right now. You're gonna get the link.
And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna interview Cordae. Let me just listen. He's like, he didn't send it to you. I'm not gonna break his trust.
Oh, that's
I was like, this is too deep right now.
Yeah, that brohood, that bromance, that brotherhood.
It's serious.
It gets deep.
Okay, how about Naomi's songs? Did she have a favorite on the album?
Probably she like, I don't know. I gotta ask her. I haven't asked her that yet.
You
I
don't
have not
ask
asked
these
her that yet.
questions?
Because you know what, man? I overthink too much. And if I send you my album before it come out, it means I really you and trust your opinion to the point I might overthink the decisions I've already came to. And I might be like, oh, but bro said he like this one versus this one. So I might kind of, like start to overthink it. So I gotta ask her, matter of fact, honestly.
I can't believe, yeah, tell me what she says. I'm so curious what it's gonna be on the album. How about family members? Nobody's heard it though at this point. Like,
yeah, not I only sent it to like 4 or 5. If you got my album before it came out, it's because you was just on my mind that day, and it's like family locked in. And
right.
I assumed Cap. By the way, I assumed he was gonna play it for you. By the way,
No,
I just knew that was just a given.
you see
But
this?
yeah, for sure. But I say all that to say, I don't really send it to family too much because I didn't send them the first one because it came out, and I'm not like what is it called? Not ritualistic. Oh, I'm not superstitious.
You're not superstitious.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of just like to stay. It's like a traditional thing,
Yeah, I'm
I'm more
very
of a traditionalist than superstitious and
yeah, okay.
ritualist. Yeah, I'm more
Oh,
of a traditionalist. That's the word.
well, I'm one word to describe some of the features on the album, okay?
Mhm.
Wayne.
Wayne, goat emoji.
Nas.
Nas, goat,
Her.
goat.
How about, let's see, Roddy Rich.
Dope,
Gunna.
Schlatt,
Stevie Wonder.
icon,
Dirk.
voice. The
Yo,
voice,
I love this. Freddie
and
Gibbs.
insane. Crazy. Yeah. I'm with Freddie though. That's my boy. That nigga crazy as hell. But I'm with Freddie.
Did we say Eminem?
Goat again.
Goat. It's lots of goats. Lots of goats. I like it.
A lot of goats for real.
Cordae, can you explain high level? Because we see you tag it, we see you wearing the merch. What is high level? What does it officially mean?
High level is it's a frame of mind. It's a mantra. It's a way of life, if you would. Um, it's a mind state that I try to always hold myself accountable and keep myself to a standard of excellency in everything I do. Everything I do, I got to do it at the highest level that I'm capable of, and everything must be high level. Like this, I'm on an interview with Nessa on Hot 97. This is high level. This is not the regular degular. I know Nessa don't do interviews with everybody. It's high level.
High level.
High level only.
Mhm.
There we go.
High level
only. So, by the way, I was watching an interview with Future a couple days ago. No cap. Great interview. Iconic. Oh my God. I love Future. I'm one of the biggest Future fans.
Oh, wait, the one we did together?
Yeah, the one y'all did. Yep.
Future is something else.
Man, he's the GOAT.
He is just something else. I love having conversations with people that, are just themselves and they just have a lot of gratitude. Who's somebody, because you know what, Cordae, I know you appreciate those moments. Who's somebody that you would love to have a conversation with that you haven't yet?
Michael Jackson.
Ooh. You've thought of this, by the way, I can tell. You've already thought of what those questions would have been like, all the kinds of advice you would have asked. Has that been something on your mind since you were a kid? Like, you're young, it's like you're young, but you've been putting in so much work. And I feel like you have so much ambition. Were there times where you used to dream about the moments you've already experienced?
Man, absolutely. That's why I go back to that word gratitude, like always infinite gratitude for real. And yeah, like always, it's always gonna be gratitude for me. So yeah, I'm living in the moment, man. And like I said, I got tunnel visions where I'm always wondering what's next and trying to do everything at a higher level and the highest level I can get to possibly. But like I'm always just thinking about the bigger picture, but still remaining present in this moment of having infinite gratitude for sure.
I guess, what is the sentiment you want people to take away after listening to your album?
I don't know. I feel like you should translate. Everybody should have their own interpretation and translation from the music. You know, I don't want to project that to you, like to the listener or to anybody. Everybody should get their own sort of thing. Or like draw their own sort of feeling or emotion from it.
Was there a particular song on an album that was the hardest to create for you?
Not really, to be honest. Everything sort of came easy. You know, the post-production is a whole nother monster within itself. But like the writing process is just pretty simple because everything just came off of like, you know, real life inspiration.
What are you gonna be counting the numbers? Are you gonna be anxiously waiting, or are you just gonna let life take its course?
A combination of both. I'm gonna be sitting here lying to you if I wasn't. But I say this to say, like, I'm not really numbers driven, man. The society that we live in is extremely numbers driven. You know, I'm measuring off impact. When I do these tours, and as long as my tour is sold out, I'm gonna be good. But I'll be lying to you say I don't want to do good numbers. You know what I'm saying at this point. But I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Last Friday, we had to turn the album in order to make like the release radar, but I didn't get a chance to sit down with the mastering engineer to listen to how, like, you know, the album is spaced like between each song. You know, I already did the transition and everything myself, but just to hear how they spaced it in mastering, I was like, I'm not gonna turn in no album until I hear the exact spacing in between the songs. So I'd rather just put out quality music versus play victim to this algorithm. You get what I'm saying? So I say that to say I'm not tripping off that, but like I'll be lying to you if I say like I don't care about the first week sales, I ain't checking for it. Right. You know, everybody, we all do. That's just the society that we live in. It's stimulated in our brains. We're a number-driven society to check views, counts, likes, even like a first class, premium econ, comfort plus, economy. You know, like even how a plane is separated in classism. I think numbers is another form of classism. Like, okay, what class of artist are you based on you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird.
But you know what? It's all part of the journey.
Yeah, I'm in love with the journey, man. That's it. Yeah, I'm in love with the journey.
Yeah. Well, Cordae, I love talking to you. I know you have to do like a million interviews because you are on this promo run, but this is everything you wanted. I truly remember
for sure
how, like, just how back in, you know, just how focused and, you know, critical you were for this album, you know, from the release date, from this to that, I mean, everything you were just so intense about, which is, you know, part of your artistry to try to do the best and to challenge yourself to be better. And, you know, a lot of times people don't really get that insight. And I'm fortunate enough to have heard this and to have seen it and to know how hard you've worked on it. And I just want you to know, we're so excited for you. And you're truly so gifted and talented. I know you know this already. I'm sure everybody gives you your praise. You hear it all the time. But Cordae, it is rare we come across talent this often, if ever. You know, it's rare that we see somebody this talented. And I just love this journey for you. But more importantly, I love this journey for you as a person, because you continue to just wow me all the time. And I'm constantly learning from you. So, you know, cheers. This is it. Here we go.
You know, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you, Nessa, like just all the love, the genuine love and support you show me, like when I'm not even in the room, you know what I'm saying? Like you were the bridge that connected like me and Cap, who I consider my brother. And I just appreciate all the genuine love and support you've been showing me before we even met, since day one, A1. And it's something that like I don't take for granted or doesn't go unnoticed. Like I really appreciate you. And even like off the camera, you know what I'm saying, our relationship. So I really appreciate you, sis. It's like we locked in for misunderstood and it gotta be said.
We love you. And by the way, Colin's going to be a little bit jealous that you go to Dave's house and not to us for your peaceful sanctuary. Just remember,
Wow.
this is your
I'm
home.
no, it's a fact. It's in Ohio. It's in Ohio. It's in Bubble. That's what it is. It's Bubble.
So that's what we got to do. We got to buy a house out there.
No. Y'all pad is fine with me. It's fine with me. Y'all got a nice, y'all pad is high level. High level. That's all I'm saying.
I love you. Congratulations. And, you know, I hope to see you in person sometime soon. Say hi to the family. Please give Naomi a hug. And, you know, here we are. Buy the album, get the album, stream the album. Here we go. This is what it's about. Pre-order it. Do what you got to do. Support a, honest to God, one of the best talents I've ever seen. I'm so proud of you, but just a great person. So when you win, everybody wins. And we're right here rooting for you.
Amen. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Nessa.
Love you, Cordae.
Love you too. Yeah, love you too. Y'all be easy. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, peace.